This is ABC 7 News, Chicago's #1 news with Jose Sanders, Judy Sue, weather with meteorologist Tracy Butler, and Roz Barron's traffic. This is ABC 7 News this morning.
Now at 6 o'clock, a judge could declare a mistrial within hours in the Drew Peterson murder case. Drew Peterson is waiting right now to learn whether he might go free. In just a few hours, the judge in his murder trial will announce whether he will declare a mistrial. This is the third time the judge has considered a mistrial because of a blunder by prosecutors. Peterson is accused of killing his third wife, Kathleen Savio. The defense wants the case thrown out, saying this trial has been filled with illegal evidence. Tuesday, a prosecutor brought up the subject of an order of protection, something the judge had previously barred. But now we're joined by our legal analyst, Thomas Glasgow.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning,
all right, Thomas, what is going on here? Another mistrial motion. What are the options now today?
The options are this, is that A, the judge can end up having a motion for mistrial with prejudice. Essentially, that means that the double jeopardy clause attaches, and Drew Peterson would walk free. Number will be, he could end up having a mistrial and just say, okay, enough is enough, guys. I'm throwing up my hands. You're not listening to what I'm saying. Everybody's entitled to a fair trial here, both the prosecution and the defense. I'm going to go ahead and have this thing tried again because we're building up enough error that the appellate court, if you were to be convicted, the appellate court would just simply overturn me in any decision that we had. He could end up barring, C, the testimony of the witness that testified as to Drew Peterson going in and holding the knife to Kathleen Savio's head, etc. Or D, he could end up just striking the question because the question was never really answered. The objection was brought forth before there was an answer from the witness. The interesting thing here is which one will he pick?
Right.
And I think a motion for mistrial with prejudice is not really in the cards right now. Okay. We've discussed the various mistakes made by the prosecutors and how at best it makes them look incompetent, and at worst it makes it reversible error for some time in the future. But I don't think it's enough, especially because the law says when a defendant asks for the mistrial, he has to show bad faith on the part of the prosecutor. And Judge Bermilia's ruling was, if I thought that you had done this on purpose, I could hold you in contempt of court, which shows that he doesn't think that there's any bad faith on the part of the prosecutor. In this case, if the court or the state had asked for it, there would be a real strong possibility of barring retrial, but I don't think that's going to happen in this case.
Okay, one of our Facebook fans said that the prosecutors actually look like amateurs. Is that what you?
Which we're hearing a lot from people who are just kind of watching the case.
Well, it's real easy to sit back and criticize, especially when you're not in the well of the courtroom and you don't have the stress of the entire world watching you, and you're on a 6-week trial where you've got witness after witness after witness, and we're talking about 3 isolated incidents. I don't think there's any concerted effort here by the prosecution to end up depriving Mr. Peterson of his rights, and I don't think the court's going to believe that either. But at some point, the court's got to say, hey, look, I just told you this. Right. Enough is enough. And, this is a big case. You guys should be prepared. You got several attorneys at the table. Somebody should have struck this question. Right. This case really does show the emphasis we place on the system as opposed to the players. You and I and everyone else want to know that the system works.
Yes.
And when the mechanism doesn't work, we really begin to question whether or not there's a guilty plea or a guilty finding.
All right.
We're going to wait and see what happens this morning, yeah?
We'll probably talk to you tomorrow. All right,
Thank you, Thomas, for coming in this morning. Again, the court begins at 9 o'clock this morning. We will have continuing coverage of the Peterson trial right here on the air and, of course, online as well at abc7chicago.com.
In the meantime...